Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode here of my Let's Play series. Today is episode number 34, and we are going to be getting right into it today with something a little bit strange. Now, this hasn't happened to me in a very long time in this world, and I have actually basically completely run out of redstone. I have a few blocks left in my redstone box in my ender chest, but yeah. So normally what I would do to solve this problem is just go mining, right? But I think we're going to do something a little bit different this episode. I've collected a bunch of pumpkins from my farm, and I have the clerics over there in my bulk trading area. So what we're going to do right now is head over there and actually use the emeralds to trade for redstone. Now I believe it is 2 redstone per emerald. So yeah, it's not the greatest, but I can get a stack of emerald blocks for every 2 shulkers of pumpkins that I trade to my villagers. And so yeah, basically stack of redstone blocks for every shulker of pumpkins that I trade is what it comes down to. So yeah, I think right now we're just going to take a bunch of these pumpkins and then head over here. I'm pretty sure every cleric comes with the redstone trade. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like they're all the same at the top. So that's good. I guess I'll just go down the line of these guys. And yeah, so I'm going to cut to a time lapse doing that. There may be some downtime in the time lapse, just because obviously the villagers only can reset 2 times per day now since the 1.15 update. So yeah, so there's gonna be some downtime while I sit around waiting for the next day to come so I can trade some more. But yeah, let's get right into a quick time lapse here, trading up a bunch of pumpkins and getting some more redstone. Alright, there we go, a quick time lapse there, and we've got 10 shulkers of pumpkins traded here. These ones are empty here, and I pretty quickly realized that just 1 row of the clerics wasn't enough to keep up with the pumpkins that I was trading, so I just started using the extra emeralds I was getting to go over there and trade with my masons to get some quartz, because on the new minigame project, we used basically all the quartz that I collected, so we are going to need more anyway. So yeah, just collected a bunch of quartz actually here, and then solid amount of redstone. Obviously going to need a lot more. This is definitely not the best way to collect redstone, but yeah, it's getting the job done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5, a little over 6.5 stacks of redstone, and then 21.5 stacks of blocks of quartz. So yeah, pretty little successful project here, and yeah, so yeah, right now I think actually yeah, I just wanted to mention, I think in between episodes and clips, basically whenever I need to repair my tools and stuff, I'm not sure how this guy got in here. Whenever I need to repair my tools and stuff, I'll just keep trading up for redstone. I have plenty of emeralds. I should probably get rid of this sand here so that doesn't happen. I'm pretty sure the villagers are all protected here, but better safe than sorry here. Just do this real quick. I thought I actually did this already. I must have not done it on this side. Alright, that should be good. And yeah, so yeah, pretty successful little project over here, and yeah, let's move on. Alright, over here at the new target block minigame, and yeah, still not happy with this roof here. Still need to get some stuff figured out with it, but not going to start with that this episode. what we're going to do actually is kind of start to roughen up the edges a little bit. Brought a bunch of basalt over, and yeah, if I explained it a bit, but basically the theme for this is going to be a bunch of the new 116 blocks, stuff like that. Kind of a medieval style. It's going to be kind of like a castle. I don't really know how to describe it, but I do have a style set up in my head. But right now what I'm going to do is go around basically just placing the basalt on random patterns, changing a bunch of this grass floor to basalt, just kind of making like it around the building here, making it look kind of natural in it. And yeah, I'll probably also do some of the front here. We're not going to start on like the actual shooting part of it yet, but we'll do the space in between it. So yeah, I'm going to get to that in a time-lapse form, and I'll see you after that. All right, there we go. End of the time lapse, and we got a little bit of, I guess, terraforming done here with the basalt, and I think it's looking pretty good. It needs some work, but I think the area around it looks pretty good. And then we got the main part in here. I like how this turned out with this on the inside here, and yeah, looking forward to doing more with this project. This is probably where the first level of the build here is going to start. And then it's just going to go up from there, and the shots will get more and more difficult as you go up. So yeah, should be a pretty cool project. Lot to go on it, but yeah, I think we may come back to it this episode, but we are going to move on for now. So yeah, let's get on to the next thing. All right, moving on from that for now, and we are over here at the new dropper that we finished a little bit ago. Kind of took a little break from this doing the nether stuff, but we did get the whole outside of it done. And yeah, what we're going to be doing this episode is starting off with the first build inside of this dropper. And I think the first thing that we're going to be doing is putting in some big pumpkins. They're going to be a bunch of different sizes all around it. I'll just put them in a bunch of different places. There will be big ones, smaller ones, just all around. I'll probably keep the pumpkins all around the edge. I might build a few in the middle. I'll just see how it goes. But yeah, without further ado, we are just going to start building some pumpkins. So yeah, we're gonna cut to a quick time lapse doing that, and yeah, we'll see you after that. All right, there we go. End of the time lapse there, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think, pumpkins in here. Actually, pretty happy with the way these turned out. I wasn't sure how the pumpkins would look. Well, they were built with pumpkins, but I think they turned out pretty solid. And I actually really like the way they look at night because I mixed in these jack-lanterns to light them up. And yeah, they look pretty cool at night, just glowing. And put the little stems on them. I think it adds. I like the way they look. I was trying them with and without the stems, and I definitely think the stems work. And yeah, so these look a little bit out of place right now, but as we get more and more built up in this dropper around them, they'll start to fit in much better, and they'll start looking better. So yeah, pretty happy with the progress here on the dropper, and yeah, let's move on for this episode. Alrighty, moving on from that dropper here, I'm actually right above here, over right next to my tunnel, right where the new biomes start. And what we are going to be doing today is building a Hoglin farm. The Hoglins, if you didn't know, drop pork chops, and they also drop leather. So yeah, pretty useful. With a new piglin trading farm, I have a ton of leather, so I don't necessarily need a ton of that right now. And then I'm also using golden carrots as my food. So to be honest, this farm isn't going to be the most useful right off the bat, but it's a simple enough farm to make. So I think I'm just going to make it. The one other thing is when I broke this bedrock, I broke the wrong piece, but it ended up still working out. But yeah, so I might find a new piece of bedrock to break so that I don't have to do this every time. It's not too big of a deal. Basically just try to fly through this hole here. Let's see if I can do it here. Nope. There, nope. There we go. Alright. So yeah, I have an ice boat road leading over here. That goes right back to my base portal. That's on top of the nether. And yeah, so basically what I'm going to do right now is I have all these materials here for the farm. Yeah, pretty simple farm. This is basically all I'm going to need for it. The TNT was in case I need to break another bedrock. So we're not going to be needing that. Because we have this one here. And yeah, basically what I'm going to do right now is before we get into building the farm, I'm going to be building this in the crimson biome. So I'm going to figure out where the actual, where the biome starts and where it ends, and I'm going to lay that all out. with some torches here. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it actually turns out that this crimson forest biome here is bigger than I thought. So yeah, all of this in here is well in. I just laid out a decent sized square here. The farm isn't going to be nearly this big, so yeah, it should give us plenty of room. It's not going to be all the way down here, just so that we don't have any spawns under the bedrock. So I'll go up a bit of blocks to start it, and then yeah, basically I'm using a pretty simple design. Not directly using anyone's design, but I've seen some farms and I know how the mechanics work. So yeah, I'm just going to be using some of these blocks. The warp fungus scares the hoglins, and then you need some light, some torches or something to light it up enough that other mobs aren't going to spawn up there. So yeah, I'll grab some torches here, and yeah, the next thing that we're going to do is just get right into a time lapse building up the farm. Not going to make it too big, but going to make it big enough that it'll work well. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, I got this little farm set up here. Got a nice AFK platform over here. Should be the right distance for the hoglins to spawn. We'll see if we can get one here any minute now. AFK'd here for like 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure it was all working. And I saw them coming in and falling, so yeah, that was good. See if any will spawn here. Of course, now they stop spawning. There we go. There they are. And they get scared. And they all run into the middle trapdoors. Haven't seen any problems with it yet. Not sure why this guy, he must just be glitching. And yeah, so you can see they all just start falling down, go right down. They sometimes get stuck on the back trapdoors. I don't know if I need those, but they always end up making it down, so it's not a big deal. And yeah, so after 5-10 minutes, got, yeah, pretty solid amount of stuff. Definitely not going to be needing to AFK here for long to get plenty of materials. So yeah, simple little farm here, plenty of storage for it as well. And yeah, pretty successful project, I think. I think this is pretty much the best way to do it. I think there can only be 2 on each side if you're just gonna have 1 row of torches. So yeah, so pretty solid farm here. Glad we got this in here again. Not going to be using it too much, but just glad to have it nice and simple. So yeah, let's move on. Alright, I got that new Hoglin farm done over there, and yeah, I think that is going to do it for this episode. I was originally planning on heading back over to the target minigame to get some more done, but I also was not originally planning to make that Hoglin farm, so yeah, I figured I'd do that for you guys, and then also figured I'd come over here and show you how the farms that we built in episode 32 are doing, the Weeping Vine farm and the Twisted Vine farm, and yeah, AFK'd here, I think for like 8 hours. And yeah, got a pretty solid amount. Already took a little bit of them to use. And yeah, a little bit less of the twisting vines. Don't know why that is. But yeah, it's alright. Still plenty, and they'll just keep coming in as a AFK over here. And yeah, so pretty successful farms that we built a couple episodes ago. And yeah, with that, I think that is going to do it for this episode. This has been episode number 34. Started off with getting our redstone stock a little bit higher, and then moved on to a little bit more progress on the target minigame, a little more progress on the Halloween dropper, and then finish it off with the Hoglin farm. So yeah, pretty successful episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.